Hi, guys. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio with our weekly Oracle check-in. I hope you guys are doing great. I am using the Starseed Oracles card deck for today's personal readings and always the Yantra deck to get us started for the week. For those of you who haven't joined before, you type me please in the comments and I will get to as many people as I can in the time that we have together, which is 30 minutes. And I want to say that the energies last week they were pretty topsy-turvy still, but they're starting to reveal the kind of deeper things we're being asked to clear out. So let's see how this week is going to go. Couple of announcements. I have an upcoming guides group. That is where I channel the guides for you. So you're not necessarily learning how to talk to the guides yourself. You're just listening to what the guides are saying. That class is limited to 8 people, and it is a hybrid, meaning that you can attend online. I'm still working with the Zoom sound stuff that's going on with the software, but because it edits out things in ways that maybe isn't as helpful as it could be to me. Let's see, still got it's April now, so happy April. We still have our sound baths going on, group healings. And then on April 22nd, for those of you who are local, that we have a little metaphysical fair. So we'll have some readers, we'll have an astrologer, we have CBD bath bombs, herbal supplements. We get all kinds of really fun stuff. Plus I'm doing BioWell scans for cheap. So I hope you'll come see us if you're local. That's from 12 to 3 on the 22nd of April. So mark your calendars and you can just drop in. Okay, so for those of you who have joined before, but I just want to remind you that if there's trolls that come on here, people who are saying they're affiliated with us or say private message me, they're not from me. So please do not click on them. And I will get to, my list might be a little different than your list as far as the source goes, because I have a couple different sources feeding into StreamYard, which is what I'm using. Okay. Let's check in for the week. Your name will appear, by the way, down here when I do click on you. So if there's more than one Gina, for example, just kind of notice. But if the messages are if it feels like it resonates, even if your name's not on the screen, it probably is for you. The guides do stack themselves like that. So, all right, this week is hold on. Okay, this week is starting off now. Being anchored in the present time as best that you can in the moment that we are in. This is the place to start. Stay anchored, 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 ground, ground, ground. Okay. This week, the wisdom card upside down. This is our helper card. This is like what to focus on. Now, what to focus on with a wisdom card being upside down is what don't you already know? What haven't you paid attention to because of your perception or your short-sightedness? Let your wisdom expand this week. Let your vision kind of go beyond what you know to be true, and let yourself see that stuff that's going to be revealed this week might be new information. Okay. And then at the end of the week, laughter, being playful, sideways. It's basically saying that we could actively do more to make ourselves laugh, to be playful by the end of the week. So we could be taking things a little too seriously through this week, especially towards the end of the week. So look out for that. Okay. All right. Let's do the 1, 2, 3s. I am using Inner Peace, by the way, from Lotus Way for all of us. So, and this month's stone, which is Jasper. Which is a very good softening stone, helps you kind of see the truth of things. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. So now just first thing is resonate with what feels right to you as far as 1, 2, 3 goes. This is your first personal card. If you're watching later, this is how you can kind of get in on this. If you're watching now, this is the start of your personal week reading. Okay, so let's see. If you picked 1, you've got the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, and make your life a moving prayer. Okay. So the guides are saying about this is for those of you who picked 1, you're really being asked to notice how important your energy is to the people around you, and make sure that you're using it in accordance to the things that you want to be creating more of. Okay. If you picked 2, you've got a new earth. It's happening. Hold the vision. Okay. So for those of you who are in the 2 land, you're going to be really being asked, keep your vision pure, keep your understanding of change. It's very distracting when all the parts are moving and there's lots of negativity going on, bubbling to the surface. That negativity is flushing out. Okay. So if you picked 2, you're being asked to be really grounded in the fact that changes and positive changes are already happening. If you picked 3, you're being asked to recognize you're in the earth school and you're in the middle of life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Okay. So some of you might be like, oh, great, if you picked 3, because when you're learning lessons, a lot of times it can be really intense and a lot of struggle. But this card is encouraging you to just be a little bit more aware that you are asking yourself to do these learnings and that it's okay to, be on the earth plane, know that you chose to be here, that kind of thing. Okay. All right. So I see you guys all here. I'm going to call out the end of the list first so you guys know that I'm coming and I see you, but I'm starting at the top of the list. So Maria, Jenny, Cameron, hi, you guys. Stick with me here. I will get to you. We're going to start up here, though, with Gina. Gina, your card for the week is called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Okay. So if you combine this with the message that we got from the rest of this week, the wisdom that you have to implement, that you have to share, maybe it's time for that little portal to open up and show you where you're being called. So this week, really paying attention to the higher realms of your service heart and where you might be applying your energy but more effectively going forward. Okay. So this week, notice who calls you or what calls you. All right, Kelly. I shuffled. See, you guys, this is where the guides stack us. Okay. So you're also getting called. And if we start to see a card 3 times, it's going to be for all of us. It's going to be the collective message. But Kelly, you're also being asked to step up, see where you could do more of your service heart, see where you could be offering. And it's not like effort. It's not asking for effort. It's asking for showing up just as your unique self. In fact, the things that don't require effort are often what we're being asked to offer. Okay. All right, Rob, your card is the weight of the world. Okay. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Okay. So if you combine that with this week's wisdom, this week, it would be good to see where you are doing more than your fair share on things and maybe let other people take their responsibility for what's going on. They may not like it. They may tell you it's your fault or your problem, but it's not. It's actually really going to be something you want to work on letting them do because it's theirs to do, not yours. Okay. All right, Cece, you're welcome. Okay. 3 times its charm right off the bat here, you guys. Called, okay, soul gifts training. It's time to step up. I'm gonna just kind of open the book up here and see if there's some other message that I'm not necessarily saying. So it is basically you came to Earth with a double mission: to grow as a soul and to bring about a shift in consciousness. The best way to fulfill these personal and collective purposes is to trust what it is that your soul is calling you towards, for it is encoded within the most direct path forward. It goes on to say basically that your uniqueness, which is what I was saying too, is the gift to the world. You did come here during this time. This time is really intense on the planet Earth. So you came here to do something. Let's see what it is this week. Okay. Goes for all of us, but in particular, those of you who got the first cards here. Tanya, your week, you're being asked to loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, and letting God in. So this card is asking you to kind of see where you maybe have been clinging negatively to things. And card is saying, try and see where that's causing you to have to cope in a way that you don't necessarily want to be coping and see if you can let that go. Okay. All right. Hey, Tiff. Group Healing was asking about you last week. Where's Tiff? Where's she been? All right. Here you go, Tiff. You're in a portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. All right. So that's positive, right? There's a big portal energy for sure going on. And this card is basically saying that as the doors are opening for you, you have lots of choices, and sometimes having too many choices can be overwhelming. But remember that awareness card that we got and your wisdom card, you're going to be doing it from a different perspective than you ever have before. So see what you get out of that. Okay. All right. Okay. Robin, your card for the week is wait. It's not your yet time. Things are being woven. Okay. So this is very much a week up for you of just watching things start to integrate, watching things start to unfold. Don't necessarily move forward if you can help it. Okay. So good week for you to just kind of let stuff integrate, especially that wisdom. You maybe don't know until the end of the week what you need to know to move forward. Okay. Heidi, your card is the courageous peony. Woo. Multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Okay, so now this time this week, it's really good week for you to be shining your bright light, letting yourself be noticed. So I know that there can be a tendency during these intense energy shifts to be wanting to be hiding out. And the card is basically saying this is not your week to be hiding. This is your week to be shining and get out where you can. Okay. Awesome. Nicole, you've got water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So this card is basically saying let yourself really go gentle and easy. Give yourself time to see where you maybe are pushing too hard. The rest card is really also about integration. So similar to what Robin got, which is like kind of let things reveal themselves, let them show up what they're going to do. Okay, the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time for you, Seth. So this is time for you to really start paying attention. Start paying attention to the things that are spontaneously trying to reveal themselves to you. The universe is responding to your thoughts. The idea that your thoughts creates the direction of energy is a very real thing. So if you're in a negative energy thought pattern, your world is going to reveal that to you. If you're in a positive thought pattern, you're going to be activated in that. So this is saying, let the spontaneous positivity come through this week. Okay. Jordan, you've got the void. Stop, embrace winter, even though now it's spring, at least in this part of the world. Great cosmic womb. Okay. So like the message Nicole and Robin got, step back, let things integrate, let things be revealed. You don't know enough yet to make the decisions that are ready to be made. And you might want to just go have some more fun and not try to, white knuckle it all. Cynthia, your week's focus is trust the timing, trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Okay, so this is a week of really working with divine timing, trusting divine timing. If something's not coming as fast as you want, it might be a good chance to feel how you can kind of surrender, ask questions, sit in the opportunity a little more. Okay, Kimberly, you got breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Okay, so trust that there are little tiny things that need to be adjusted in your life, and those little tiny things this week are going to make the big difference. Change up what you drink for your morning beverage, or change up, your nighttime routine by adding a 5-second gratitude or something. Just do some little stuff and see how that influences your week. Okay. Barbara, you've got Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestors. Seed the light by staying grounded. Okay, this message is really important for all of us, really grounding. But Barbara, this week in particular, you're going to be the best at holding space for everybody around you by being really focused on just the grounded energies, being present, being out of your head, being off your devices, being there. Okay. Blair, your week focus is big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. I think you might have just came back from a vacation. So you might need to use that extra energy to be visioning into what do you want next? What do you want to happen next? How can you give yourself space to really play? But also remember the knowing card says you don't yet know all the information. So also have your eyes wide open and see what else might be coming. Okay. All right, Patty. You're focused on breath of cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So similar to what Kimberly was told to do, little adjustments to your day, little adjustments to the words you use, little adjustments to who you are and how you are talking to people. Just watch what that does to how people respond and what the universe is bringing to you. Okay. All right. Kimberly and Jamie, Kimberly, you got some deep cellular healing going on. Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Arcturus. So your physical and emotional body is they're trying to work together this week, and they're trying to do some deep cellular healing. So what I would say to support that is lots of rest, nourishing foods, nourishing beverages, being around positive people, and just love your body. Even if it's not feeling great, it's doing its work. And sometimes that work feels a little bit hard. Okay, Jamie, your focus for the week is fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites and extremes of life. Okay, so this is a week of surrender. Remember that knowing card says you don't know yet. So just surrender into the fact that you don't know and try to be patient with that fact. Okay. Okay. All right. Michaela, your focus for the week is going to be activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. So this can sometimes just be about getting into a different physical location. This can also be about paying attention to where you've been planted, like where your house is or where your job is, and see if you can tell why you're vibrating to those spaces. And if you can tune into those a little bit more, just through thought, that will help you. Okay, Kalina? Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Okay, second time we've seen that. Just a good week to really give yourself some time to focus on yourself, what yourself wants, check in with your body, ask your body what it wants to eat, what it wants to drink, that kind of stuff. Okay. Janelle and Donnie. Janelle. Whoop. Your life is a canvas. Artist, manifestation, creative, accountability. Okay, so being creative about what you've created, but taking ownership for you being the source of your life, being the co-creator with the universe. The world reflects what your root chakra says. So if you're seeing the world in a way you don't like, go check into that root chakra, base of the spine, red energy, typically based on manifesting physical reality, safety, and security. Okay. So your guides are saying, go check into your root chakra. Donnie, you got jump in. Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. So good time for change, good time for you to implement more of your expertise, trust, confidence, all of that stuff. Step in, step in, step in. All right, Janice, your focus for the week is earthed. Okay, learning how to be human in a world, but not of it. Okay, so don't get so bogged down by the density. Don't get so bogged down by all the humans around you, but instead just recognize that you are here on purpose to be part of this earth experience. And what does that mean for you? Okay. Diane, for you this week, you're being asked to do Breath of the Cosmos. Okay, this third time we've seen it, so this means it's for all of us. My will to thy will. Micromanage the universe. Let me just pull up the book a little bit and see, make sure I'm not missing something. It says, when you surrender to the greater will of life, you begin dancing with the rest of life. When you bow to the great mystery and say, please use me, please show me the way, little by little, you find yourself living your most fulfilling, authentic life. When you surrender your personal will, you relinquish control and release the way you think things should be and surrender to the greater will. Okay, so that's for all of us. But Diane, for you in particular, surrender. But I am really getting from the guides that it's not necessarily in this book, but what they're also saying is just change up a little tiny bit. Only 5% change will create huge differences in how you're manifesting your relationships. Okay. Blossoming lotus, lotus, Yoda. What, I don't know what I was trying to say. The void. Stop embracing winter. Stop, embrace winter. Great cosmic womb. So this week, even though I know you got a lot of things on your plate that you want to get done, might be a week to be sure there's a lot of downtime, a lot of time to just contemplate and rest. Okay. All right. Carrie, happy Sunday. Oh, I shuffled. We got this is the third time too. Stop. Okay. Great cosmic womb. They stacked it together because they really wanted us to hear. Okay. So let me just listen really quick. Okay. Because our minds are telling us all the time what to think and how to think and where to look and what to say, it's a good week to kind of give space from all of that so that what is happening next can be revealed to us. Okay. So everybody paying attention to where you could be a little quieter, be a little bit more into listening to the energy rather than directing the energy. Okay. Aaron, You got the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. What you have been putting into place, what your thoughts have been doing is what is going to be coming to fruition. So this is a good week to just let yourself see the spontaneous activations that want to happen and just be curious. Don't try not to fight it. Nalani, you got big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So this would be a good week for you to kind of vision into your life. Just like, what is your life about? I know that's a big existential question, but what do you want to be to the people around you? And how can you show up more as that? And just really big picture, okay? Kayana, you're working on, you got the love. Codependency and boundaries, okay? So this was very much saying that there might be some places where you could put some boundaries up that would be useful for all involved, okay? So be sure to look into your boundaries this week. And anybody you might be too enmeshed with, you might step back a little bit. Heidi, you've got star keepers, cosmic ancestors, see the light by staying grounded. Okay, so similar to Barbara, you're grounding this week as best as you can. Remember, the guide said to focus on the root chakra. That's focus on your connection with gravity, with earth, and let that be what brings your energy and your light more visible to others around you. Okay, Courtney. Oh, that's the fourth time we've seen this card called. Okay, so you're being called to your soul gifts and your training. It's time to step up. It's time to do more with that intuition. It's time to do more with that energy of yours that's uniquely yours. So give yourself a little bit of a contemplation about what that might mean for you and see what's calling you. Michelle, you've got deep cellular healing, physical and emotional healing. Okay. So similar to Kimberly, you're working on letting your body talk to you, tell you how it wants to kind of detoxify, flush out, and let it be a partner with you, and trust it. Trust that it's going to be doing some deep healing work, trying to shift you into new ways of being. Crystal, you're being called to, okay, fifth time. Guess this is a big message for a lot of us this week. Okay, get in there. What's your soul really want you to do? What have you been spending too much energy on that's not your calling? And when are you going to maybe look at your calling a little more closely and just do it easily? Okay, Miranda, your card is the child of the cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Ooh, okay. So remember that wisdom card that we saw. Okay. So this card is basically saying, go within, listen to yourself, lean into the fact that you have some energy inside of you that you want to be settling into and learning more about from within yourself. There's stuff that you don't know. Okay. Eat 100 foods. I saw your Kung Pao chicken. I almost want to get on there and order that. It looks so yummy. I probably will. Okay. Your card for the week. Weight of the world, boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. So like Rob's got, put it down. Anything that's not yours is just time to walk away, put up better boundaries, give yourself some space to take care of yourself, because that's what you want to be putting into the next stages of your life, is having really nice, beautiful, healthy boundaries. Okay. All right, Meredith, you've got inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Okay, it sounds a little ominous, but this is basically encouraging you to stay optimistic, to know that big changes are happening, and sometimes you have to surrender to those big changes. Okay, Barbara, you're me pleasing for Chris. Chris, your card is star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. Okay, so while Barbara stays grounded, you're going to tap into your light body and transmit and activate yourself into a bit more of a lighter, brighter self that doesn't have so much of the world weighted on its shoulders. Okay. Gina, thanks for being patient. Hopefully you're still hanging out there, because your card is perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. So if you think about that wisdom card that we got at the beginning, this is asking you to take a step back, asking you to look at what is going on around you and know that some of this stuff that you've been telling yourself is not true. Okay. So be careful for the stuff you've been buying into. Step back for a minute. Safari Spirit. Clara, here's your empathic starseed card, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So this is, okay, arm's length around you in all directions is a healthy aura. when you put yourself in that bubble and you think of yourself as shielding yourself from not absorbing what's not yours this week, you're going to get more information and more knowing. Okay. So this is very much being in check with your empathic side and keeping it healthy. Astrid, your focus for the week is the C's of Mintaka, seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to the light. That may be your unconsciousness. It may be the unconsciousness around you, but it's okay to just be witness and watch and see what's happening, and let yourself just kind of move into stating it without judgment, but stating it for sure. Okay. Stephanie, you and I need to talk about paranormal hunting. We never got to that. Stephanie, your card for this week, the Cosmic Heart, devotion, potency, make your life a moving prayer. So if you picked this card at the beginning, if you picked one at the beginning, this is coming back up for you. It's doubling down. If you didn't pick it, it's basically saying that everything about that you do can be a prayer to your life, can be a prayer to yourself, and see where you can step into that even more. Okay. Cameron, your focus for the week is going to be earthed. Okay. Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. Like Janice, you're going to just, there's humans doing crazy things. Yeah. The world is doing crazy things, but you don't have to be in it like that. Okay. You can be in the, in the earth and be an observer while you're almost like in your little bubble, watching from the bubble. Okay. All right. Jenny, you did Facebook and you did YouTube. I will tell you guys that the YouTube lets you comment early. So if you go and you subscribe to my YouTube channel and you hit the bell, and it'll tell you when I go live, and YouTube almost always shows up first on the list when I'm using the StreamYard. So, okay, Jenny, star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Okay. So because of that wisdom card that we had, and this week's going into maybe a little more serious energy, you're being asked to really dig into what kind of ancient wisdom feels good to you. This shows pyramids. So there's Egyptian wisdom, but there's so many ancient traditions that we could explore. So this week you're being asked to get a little bit curious about what you may have been part of in a previous life and get curious about how you can bring that wisdom forward. Okay. Maria, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Okay. So just know that a lot of the stuff that you put on your plate is stuff your soul decided, I want to learn that, and I want to learn about that, and I want to experience that. And that's all it is. Okay. So just give yourself a little bit of peace knowing that sometimes all you're experiencing is your soul contracts. If you need a little remembrance of that, you can go to my website. I have a recorded class about soul contracts. Okay, Sarah, your card is the Cosmic Heart 2, third time we've seen it. So devotion, potency, making your life a moving prayer. So you brought this to fruition for us to be the third time we've seen this card. But I want to just tell you that it's really about being just in alignment with how everything you do is a prayer to what you want to create. Okay, so it's right now you're being called to plant your soul's seeds and sing them with deep devotion is what it says, to feed them with the sweet waters of your own soul, to lose yourself in the potency of what mostly expands your heart. Okay. So that's for all of us, but that's particularly potent for you, Sarah. Natalie, you are being asked to get in line with the earth pulsing, the pulse of mother, slow down, time in nature. If you could get outside, it would be really ideal. If you could move a little bit slower through your life and see what goes on with all of your cycles in the world, within yourself, kind of feeling into any places that feel like they're moving a little too fast. See if you can synchronize them with a little bit of more slow. Okay. All right. I so appreciate you guys. I got to the end of the list. If you're still hanging out and you haven't put your me please in, you have 1 minute left. I would be happy to throw a card for you. Otherwise, really bottom line, you guys, this week, see where you're being called. Ground into the fact that you don't have all the wisdom yet. The wisdom is going to be coming, but you don't have it. So listen, and let the opportunity of nothing, the void, give you more information than all of the busy. Okay. When there's nothing, there's you and the inner wisdom. Okay. All right. I so appreciate you all. I will see you next week. Same time, same place. Bye.